Hey, Lloyd. Man, a lot of Abbott and Costello movies start with Abbott and Costello meet. So, Abbott and Costello meet the Invisible Man. Okay, so I enjoy Abbott and Costello films, don't get me wrong, but this many in quick succession can be a bit much. That said, this one definitely was a bit more enjoyable than Jekyll and Hyde. This one actually felt like Abbott and Costello were important into the role rather than just happening to be thereabouts. So, this one, Abbott and Costello play a couple private eyes. They are then get involved with a boxer who is framed for murder, and try to help him, his girlfriend, and a scientist sort all this out. Now, the problem is the boxer in question, Tommy Nelson, he, in order to get evidence that so he's essentially accused of killing his manager after winning a fight that he was supposed to take a dive in, but the mob equivalent in this essentially did it and framed him. So he uses that invisibility serum to turn invisible to get, evidence about this. Problem is the longer he's invisible, how the invisible goes, the more crazy and hungry he gets, so he has to prove it before he goes mad. So, Abbott and Costello are charged with looking after the invisible guy, and essentially running the visible part of it, disguising Costello as Louis the Looper, a boxer to essentially lure out the syndicate that framed him. I like how this one works. At the beginning, they're essentially just trying to get out of working with the guy, and because they think he's a murderer, and they keep trying to turn him in, but he keeps turning invisible, or just taking off the clothing when he's just wrapped up. So it goes pretty well for there. And then it's just Abbott and Costello acting against nothing or a voice, but it works pretty well. Kind of feels very Three Stoogey when you get to the some of the boxing style elements, but it actually works pretty well. The investigation here was done. It was pretty funny, particularly when then Costello is to try to seduce this lady, and it's to get her to admit to some of the fixings, and it's pretty good. So, overall, this was one of the better ones. It's not great. It's still no Hold That Ghost, but it was definitely up there for me. I'll give it a good 6 MacGuffins. I mean, it's not great, but I think Go to Mars and is one of the ones that I'd never seen before that I actually enjoyed the most in these binge. But this one, for the newer ones I've seen, I'd put up there. It's pretty good. It's if you want a short, entertaining film, because most Abbott and Costello films aren't too long. This one's an hour 20. It's fine. 1951. You know what you're getting. Abbott and then Bud and Lou are just playing into their known roles and stereotypes, so they're doing their thing, but they're doing it well. Yep. Not really too much to say on a lot of these, because a lot of Abbott and Costello movies do feel very similar in formula, so you know what you're getting usually going in. So this one doesn't break any molds, but it does the mold well. All I really got on it. See you soon, Lloyd.